I'm Libby and I'm the Literacy Coordinator at the Levett LINC. Mainly my job has been a librarian, and I've worked with young people and families trying to bring books alive and the word alive and behaving in an utterly unbecoming librarianish way most of my life, making lots of noise. The little victories, the times when someone comes in and smiles or even just turns up to a lesson and you think, yes, they're here. Or I hear my tutors and students laughing next door. Oh, yeah, it's working, it's working. And then the biggest stories, of Mike, of a student who, you see him with his book tucked under his arm and it wasn't just he had the book tucked under his arm, but he was skipping across the road. He was so proud of that book. And you know that even though you're out of the picture, that story of success is just unfolding for them and it's going to keep on going, and that's really satisfying. I have said to my husband, I've said, the number of middle-aged men that I've had crying in my office is amazing. Now, that's not the fun bit, but what happens is they come in and they're really, I'm really not quite sure why I'm here, and you're going to tell me that I don't need to be here. And then it goes into the relief of saying that they have a problem and of asking for help. And then they cry, and then they'll tell me a funny story about something that happened because they couldn't read or write, as well as they needed to. And we both end up laughing, and there's a little bit of sadness tinge there as well. But you hear all sorts of funny stories from people, and it's that again that I like, that we're connecting. A student further along the coast, and his story is that he decided to learn to read and write because his wife died and he couldn't put the notice in the paper, and the paper were being incredibly, this is the rules. We can't help you, you have to do it all by yourself. And he spent over an hour in there begging for them to help him, and they wouldn't do it. I believe they finally gave him some assistance at the end, but he came out of that feeling like he'd let down his wife and humiliated. And he just said, I am never, ever going to go through that again. He lives in a small town where it's easy for people to find out what he's doing. He doesn't care. He just wants to be able to learn to read and write so that he can hold his head up, and I think it's a legacy for his wife as well. I love my job. I do. I really, really love it.